Hello everyone, I am Pankaj and today we are going to learn a very interesting and one of the most important topic of English grammar, that is sentence. But before starting that, I would like to ask a very simple question. You must have seen many people speaking to many others. You must have seen many leaders or many good orators speaking to a crowd. But have you ever noticed that how do they communicate with the crowd or with the people? Have you ever noticed that do they speak a single word or many words? Of course, you must have noticed. And I'm sure that you must have noticed that they speak many words, because most of the times only one word is not sufficient to express our feelings or ideas. But we share our thoughts or ideas or feelings not only by speaking but in other ways as well, by writing. Sometimes we write a letter, sometimes we write a paragraph, sometimes we compose a story or an essay. So there are many ways to express our thoughts, our feelings, or to share our ideas. And speaking and writing are the two modes. Yes, these are two different modes for the expression of our feelings, but there is one common thing among these two, and that is these two include a number of words. And when these number of words are put together, then they become able to express one's feelings or thoughts. And when a group of words put together, then they frame a sentence. And such kind of speaking or writing includes many sentences. All of us want to become successful in our life. All of us want success. All of us want respect. All of us want attention. But have you ever thought that what is the key of these two? The answer is just one: your communication. And of course, your communication needs sentences, because without framing correct and effective sentences, you cannot be influential, you cannot be effective. So, sentences are the key of your respect, your success, and all the other achievements. So today we are going to learn a very important lesson of English grammar, that is sentence. Only putting the words together and making some sense or complete sense is not sufficient to be a correct sentence. If you want to write an effective or very impressive sentence, then you must follow some guidelines. You must take care of important factors to be a sentence. Here now I would like to discuss about 4 important factors to be a sentence. As I just told you that a sentence makes complete sense. It always begins with a capital letter. The third important factor is the words in a sentence must be in their proper order. Most of the times students commit mistake here, and because of improper order, the words are unable to make complete sense and the sentence becomes wrong. So you must take care of this. You must put all the words in their proper order so that it can make a complete sense. The fourth one is a sentence ends with a full stop, a mark of interrogation, or a mark of exclamation. Every sentence ends with one of these marks. So, these are the four important factors to be a sentence. If you do not take care of these four important factors, then your sentence will be incorrect, it will be ineffective, it will never be impressive. So, you must remember these four important factors to be a sentence. Now, let's learn what is a sentence. Its definition is a group of words that makes complete sense is called a sentence. Yes, when you put some words together and if they make a complete sense, they give a complete meaning, then it can be called a sentence. But as we all have different kinds of feelings, different kinds of ideas, or different kinds of thoughts, in fact, we all have different kinds of expressions. So, we have got different kinds of sentences. There can be many kinds of sentences, but mainly it is divided in four parts. The first one is assertive or declarative sentence. Both are same. The second one is interrogative sentence. The third one is imperative sentence. And the fourth one is exclamatory sentence. These are the four important kinds of sentences. However, they also may be further divided in many other parts. So let's discuss one by one all of these. The first one is assertive or declarative sentence. Most of the times we all use this kind of sentence. What is this? A sentence that states a fact, opinion, or idea is called assertive or declarative sentence. It ends with a full stop. Some examples are there, like Ram is a good boy, it is not cold. Here you need to be careful. You see here that Ram is a good boy. This particular sentence shows positivity. However, the second one, it is not cold, it shows negativity. So, it can be both. It means an assertive or declarative sentence can be both a positive and the second one is negative. So, we can say that an assertive or declarative sentence can be further divided in two parts. So, assertive or declarative sentence is of two kinds. The first one is affirmative or positive sentence. Both are same. The second one is negative sentence. Let's talk about the first one. Some examples are Ram is a good boy. It is cold. You can see here in both these examples no negativity is mentioned. The second kind of assertive sentence is negative sentence. Look at some examples. Ram is not a good boy. And the second example is it is not cold. These two examples carry negativity. You can see here that the word not is included in both of these sentences. So negative sentences carry such words: not, no, never. These words shows negativity. So we can say that an assertive sentence can be of two types: positive sentence and negative sentence. However, both of these are statements. It depends upon the opinion, it depends upon the situation. A person may use a positive sentence, a person may use negative sentence, but both of these are the parts of assertive or declarative sentence. Now, let's learn about interrogative sentence. It expresses a question. The word interrogative comes out from the word interrogation, means asking a question. So, interrogative sentence expresses a question. It ends with a mark of interrogation. Let's see some examples. Is it Sunday today? Do you like English? What is your name? Where do you live? So these are the kinds of interrogative sentences. But here you can see that in the first two examples, the answer can be either yes or no. For example, if I ask you, is it Sunday today? Then you have only two options, yes or no. If I ask you, do you like English? Then your answer will be either yes or no. You do not have the third option here. But in the example third and fourth, you can see that there are many options. If I ask you, what is your name? A person may have many names. If I ask, where do you live? It can have many answers. So, we can see here that an interrogative sentence is also of two types. The first one, whose answer can be either yes or no. And the second type, whose answer should be explained. It cannot be yes or no. The next very important kind of sentence is exclamatory sentence. It expresses sudden or strong feeling. And all the exclamatory sentences end with a mark of exclamation. Let's take some examples. What a lovely painting! Or how beautiful the butterfly is. You can see here that these two examples show some kind of sudden or strong feeling. And both of these sentences end with the mark of exclamation. So here you must take care of this, that exclamatory sentence ends with the mark of exclamation. Now let's learn another important kind of sentence, that is imperative sentence. It expresses a command or order, a request or an advice. It ends with a full stop. Let's take some examples. Bring a glass of water. This is a command. You can see here that this particular sentence starts with the verb bring. Let's take about the second example. Open the door, please. This is a request. Again, this particular sentence also starts with the verb open. Let's talk about the third example. Work hard to get success. This is an advice. Here, this particular sentence also starts with the verb work. Doctors also give advice, take medicine in time. So, such kinds of sentences which express command, request, or an advice are known as imperative sentences. But here you need to be very careful. In all the other types of sentences, subjects are mentioned there, but in an imperative sentence, subject is not mentioned. Subject of an imperative sentence is you. So here you need to be very careful. If somebody asks you that what is the subject of this particular imperative sentence, then you have to say that it is you. So the subject of an imperative sentence is you, and this is the fact which you must keep in your mind all the time. So these were 4 main kinds of sentences. Let's recap this. The basic difference between human beings and animals are that we have got language, but animals do not have. However, they do have their sounds as we have, but those sounds do not mean anything. They do not have a language. We have a language, and we express our language by speaking or by writing. So, whatever way we express our language, but language is definitely required for expressing our thoughts, our ideas, and our feelings. We definitely need language, and if we need language, then of course we need sentences. Without a sentence, we cannot imagine a language. So here I want to say that sentence is the key of all the languages. So we must be very careful while framing the sentences. And as I told you that a sentence is not only putting words together and getting some kind of sense. There are many more things required to become a sentence. As I explained that there are 4 important factors to be a sentence. And not only 4 important factors, but there are many types of sentences as well. So you have to keep this fact also in your mind. As we have got different kinds of feelings, we face different kinds of situations. Sometimes we make a statement, sometimes we make some kind of answers, some kinds of questions, sometimes we express our feelings through some emotions. So we have got different kinds of sentences. So you must know that at what time, in what situation, what kind of sentence you should use. Most of the times students commit mistake in framing sentences, and that is the biggest problem. When they write or when they speak, they are grammatically incorrect. So you have to take care of this. If you want to be a very influential person, if you want to be a very good communicator, if you want to impress others, if you want to achieve success, then you must frame correct and effective sentences. Sentence is the key of all the success in the world. It is the sentence because of which great leaders of the world were born. It is the sentence because of which many great work were conducted. So you must take care of sentence, because without sentence we cannot imagine our survival. Now let's end this session with the commitment that from now onwards we shall frame right sentences, effective sentences, and impressive sentences, so that we can achieve lots of success, lots of respect, name, fame, and all the things what we desire in life. So I hope you understood that sentence is the key of success in the life. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful learning. Thank you.